Hello, Gemini, and let's have a look here what we've got for you in October. So first of all, I've got my channeling cards that I've made, spent hours writing channeling messages from the universe. So I'm going to pick out one of these first, and then we shall get along with your reading, Gemini. Okay. So let's pick out a card here, and look at here. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's it going for? Like a blue one. Okay, blue. Okay, what's happening? Okay. Okay, too good to be true. Okay, I'll read what it says. Gets you down and you can't express yourself. You can't express yourself authentically. Set yourself apart. Okay, to these people, you're setting yourself apart from them because you're too good. It says too good, but you are committed. You show a sense of assurance in yourself. And people see that as like you distance yourself from them and you stand apart from these other people. So you're too good for this situation or this person or whatever this was or is. And this is an intense connection with these people or this person. So let's just read that again. You're too good. You're very committed. But it gets you down because you can't express yourself clearly, authentically to these people. You've set yourself apart from these people. You've shown that you are self-assured and have self-confidence, and that distances you and sets you apart from these people. Wow. And on the other side, competition is unfair, and you can't understand as you put so much effort in. You're putting too much effort in. That's the problem. These people took you for granted. Don't compete with these people, just step back. Well, I don't feel that you did compete with these people. We go back to the other side where it says that you're self-assured, okay, showed the confidence and the commitment. Now, this is what they didn't like. You stood head and shoulders above them, and this is what they didn't like, your authenticity. So you were never going to fit in with that situation, whatever that was. Okay, so let's have a look here. What happened here? This is like behind the scenes. They would pick that to pieces and say that you were aloof, maybe, that you didn't kind of mix with the group, or yeah. So yeah, they would pick on your superiority. They didn't like that air about you. So what's going to happen in that situation? Let's pull out some cards. Okay, so that what they wanted you to do, instead of being so self-assured and confident, they wanted you to talk about your feelings and display these feelings here, but you didn't, because you showed a self-confidence, and this is what delayed this for you. Goodness, this was a challenge for you, holding these people back, and this was an obstruction for your. This was an obstruction for you. A struggle in the leadership here, when you have a clear advantage to these people, or that's how they saw it. Wow. They saw you as better than them and have better qualifications than them, that more accomplished than them, and they just wanted to stop this. Okay, that's what I get here, whatever this is. This could even be someone who feels threatened by you. So I feel that you cut yourself off from this situation because you couldn't bear this being treated in this way any longer. A judgment was made against you, and you felt that this judgment that they'd made against you would stop you from succeeding. So you cut yourself off. It's like, enough is enough, and I'm going to cut my losses here, and I'm just going to walk away from this, because this was a battle that you was never going to win. It's a pattern within this. It's a toxic situation, toxic culture, and it's never going to change. It's an old pattern that exists, that's been existing there in this place, or wherever, in this family, this place. It's never going to change. It's a pattern that they've used that's worked for them. And avoidance. So I get avoidance here. You were trying to avoid the tower. You were trying to avoid the tower. They were trying to force the tower. Okay, and this is where the conflict was. And they wanted to block you. You know, you are the lady or the gentleman. And they saw that in you, but they wanted to block that. They wanted to block your progression. They wanted to block that. Even if this is in-laws or whoever this is, a work situation, they just wanted to block that person that succeeds within you. So get here, you've cut this off. You saw this, you saw what was happening here, and you decided to cut your losses. And you're now moving into calmer waters, okay, because you have cut this off. That's enough. I don't want this anymore. And because you've cut this off, there's now hope. There's hope in a situation, in your situation now, because you've cut this off. And this hope, this is going to happen quite swiftly, because you have something to offer here, a skill, you know, a mindset, and this is going to happen swiftly here. You've cut this off completely. You're moving on to something else here. And this card here is liberation. So you've liberated yourself, you've cut yourself off. And but there's still an obsession about you. There's still this obsession about you. You are a subject to talk about. And because you cut yourself off, they did. It's like they couldn't stop talking about you, and they had to continue, you know, with this. So where do you go from here? Now you've cut yourself off. You're moving on to quieter times here, which I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all for just being who you are, just being you, you know. So what I'm going to do is just put another layout here. And let's have a look here, Gemini. Let's have a look. So what happens now that you've cut this off and you're moving towards, and that one to come out, yeah, you are going to be the lady. You are going to be the lady, and you are going to succeed in that way, and they're not going to stop you. And I just feel that you've had a bad experience. So we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Cups in reverse is something has eluded you, and now you've distanced yourself from this. Why did this person try to stop you from being who you are? Which, you know, all that has done is hurt you. I do get the heartbreak card. This has hurt you. You've been heartbroken over this. You did not want to do this. I mean, why on earth did this happen to you? Because you were very kind of, you know, upset about this too, and distressed about all of this. It's not something that come easy to you. And yeah, it seems like you had to liberate yourself from a lot of backstabbing, an awful lot of backstabbing behind your back. And but you are going to get justice. You are going to get justice for this backstabbing and actually being put through this. Whatever this is, there's justice coming here, and there is the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is someone who's going to look into this. It could be in the workplace. Now, this is an abuse of power. There's going to be a judgment here to say this was an abuse of power from these people or this person, and they just succumbed to this temptation of an abuse of power. They were given a little bit of power and turned into Hitlers, you know. So it was an abuse of power. And this is what's going to be just, you know, this is where the justice is going to come in. It is a little bit of a balancing act here. And you are going to triumph over this, whether this is a legal thing, but you will triumph over this. You are going to get justice. And you are going to have a clean break from this, as I said before, and start afresh. So somebody crossed the line and they abused their power when they shouldn't have abused their power. And this is leading to you leaving this situation anyway, Gemini. And, you know, I'd rather not have to deal with this. It's like having to, you know, be in an awful marriage that's not working, you know, for the rest of your life and keep going back to it. I'd rather not, like you say, you'd rather cut yourself off and start something else. So let me just look at this lady, wherever this is resonating with you. The Queen of Swords, I'm going to look at what is she going to do? And who is she, you know? So what is she going to do, this lady? And in terms of you and helping you, what is this lady going to do? So let's have a look. In this situation, she's already realized that there's been an abuse of power. Okay, so let's have a look. And this could be a lawyer as well. It could be a lawyer, not just anyone. So her gut feeling is telling her she knows what went on here. She's thinking to herself, Gemini, I know exactly what's happened here. And her gut feeling is telling her what's happened. And we have the Love card, which is the Ace of Cups. Now, I feel the idea, whatever this is, they did like you. These other people, like I said with this card here, is that you demonstrated you was head and shoulders above these others. But they liked you, which was maybe the management liked you. thought you would be good for the company, but it's the rest of the people who works on the floor that would kind of say, hey, you're not, you felt it was so intense, the connections, that you found it difficult because they saw you as a threat. So there's a tolerant person there, or somebody who's not going to tolerate this, who's not going to tolerate somebody that they feel that's good, and they are going to confront this. There is a confrontation here. They are going to confront it, and give them give these people training. Okay, it looks like to develop skills. Okay, or they could actually help you to go forward by helping you to develop your skills. Okay, so whatever this is, they're going to offer, because they like you, they're going to offer to help to give you more training, okay, and help you to succeed. So they're coming back to say they're understanding. They just need to suspend this for a while. Maybe somebody's gone on suspension of their work duties. Somebody's been suspended over this. Maybe it's at work, or maybe just putting things on hold for a while until there's a discipline here too. Somebody crossed the line, and there was somebody's been disciplined. Somebody crossed the line. There's a suspension here. Somebody's been suspended and crossed the line. And it's to do with this card here, the Five of Swords, somebody humiliating somebody else. Somebody humiliating somebody else, and it's about bullying, gossiping, and all that kind of thing. Somebody crossed the line. So it looks like somebody at work or business that they're not going to tolerate this, and there's training here. But I think they may offer you more training to accelerate your position and hope to get over these obstacles. But there are people that are going to be suspended because somebody crossed the line and abused their power. It's not going to resonate with all of you, but I have got this situation in the workplace, and with jobs being so scarce at the moment with the COVID and all that kind of thing, I think that management will not think twice to do this. They think there's lots of people out there looking for work at the moment. So, how dare you kind of cross the line here? So there is there's members of staff that have been suspended here. So if you want to look into this what's going to happen to these people that's been suspended because of making your life hell, okay, let's have a look here. What's going to happen here? A quick reading, because this is a work related reading, but I want to also look at the love side for you too. If somebody has been treating you badly in the workplace, they're not going to get away with it, okay? And they may even get suspended for crossing the line. So let's have a look here. What's going to happen to these people that are actually going to get suspended? Let's have a look here. What's happening for these people who are going to be suspended? If you're interested in this, so I get here time to be alone to reflect. Time to be alone to reflect. because this action was evil and toxic, okay, with the Devil card. And we've got lawyers involved here too. There may be a lawyer involved or some legal person here. Yeah, somebody's going to say the workload was too high. Workload was too high and exhausting, and that kind of thing. So yeah, so there is going to be some legal action, some kind of suspension while we look at this legally here. What we need to do, and what can we do in this situation? Okay. So this is going to be this connection, whatever it is, this disconnection is actually going to be either temporarily disrupted or permanently disrupted. They may actually be, there's a permanent or just temporarily kind of disrupted or permanently disrupted. There is going to be a radical change while they try to set, decide what to do here. There is lies and there is deceit, and these lies and deceit will come out. So lying and deceit and a radical change while these people are on suspension. And I get here, yeah, a stagnation in this. So it's trying to find out who's lying, who is telling the truth, and who's lying. Somebody's over tolerant, and they shouldn't be over tolerant here. So yeah, so this has been taken seriously, or what's happening, and the way that you've been treated, Leo, by this person, whatever this is, work, business, or whatever this is, your complaint has been taken seriously, okay. And it's kind of, yeah, so I don't feel I'm going to pull any more cards out here. So what's just with the Heart Oracle for this work business, so what's happening here then? What will happen? What will be the fate of this? What will be the fate of this? Oh, they're going to be released. Maybe they're going to be, whoever this is, they're going to release them. They're going to release them. And so are they going to continue to be working at this workplace or in this business? Or are they going to be released? They could win or they could lose. But I feel that they will be released. So whatever this is, somebody crossed the line and an abuse of power. This is what this is, okay? And they acted inappropriately. So I feel things are going to be appropriately dealt with there. So let's continue, Leo. So in the work situation, you have had some difficult times here because you of kind of resentment or jealousy, you standing apart, standing apart from these people, head and shoulders, you stood alone, and there was resentment of your achievements, okay. So what about the love situation? What about the love situation for Leo? What about the love situation for Leo? The love situation for Leo. Oh wow, there is the Ace of Cups. It's you're either in a love relationship or marriage, and this is going quite well. The work situation's a little bit, bit rocky, but the love situation looks good. So, and I feel that this is good for you. I get the wheel here, which is starting of a new cycle in love, and feeling quite secure in your love life. I also get sometimes you feel alone. Sometimes you feel alone in this relationship, or you are alone and you're hoping for a lovely relationship to come into your life. And the wheel of fortune here is there's a start of a new cycle in October, but you do feel alone. If you're in this relationship, you do feel alone, but some of you may suffer from depression, not all of you, but I get that you may you may suffer from depression even if you're in a relationship, okay? And I get you do put the effort here into this, but you kind of lack the excitement of putting this in. And you do have your quarrels and arguments in this relationship. And this is like, yeah, your finances are good. Your finances are good with this. Like any relationship, there is this conflict, this inner conflict. And I think it spills out this inner conflict of things that you feel are not going too well at work, and you would like to be liberated from this toxic environment at work. And these suppressed anger from work kind of spills out because there is a dissatisfaction in your work situation, okay? And again, I get there is maybe a lawyer involved trying to sort this out for you, or some kind of boss. And I get here, this may be temporarily disrupted or permanently disrupted. I feel for you, it's just temporarily disrupted. This is going to actually be sorted out, the work situation, and you're going to come. I feel that you will come out of this in much more favoured than the other people. The love life is good, but there's arguments here because of the stress of work or business. You can suffer from depression, and if you're not in a relationship, there is love around you. But I feel you feel a bit weighed down with work or business. So let's pull out some cards here. The Heart Oracle deck. See what the Heart Oracle deck has got to say here. There is going to be people that want to amend things for you, or are willing to give to you if you're willing to give back. So you may get in the workplace, to make this up to you, they may say to you, we have these courses that you can attend, and to make you feel as if they do appreciate you, they want you to stay, and all this kind of thing. They will offer you something, and you will be giving and receiving. You say, okay, that's fine, and then you will give back to them. Okay, so there is kindness here, and they want to, the base chakra, which is they want you to feel secure in that workplace, and not. So I feel we've got going with the flow to see what happens. There is a lot of lessons to be learned here, and whatever lessons they are, there is a sense of feeling helpless and hopeless, but I feel that's the situation that you're coming out of. because there is an opportunity that beckons. And the healing begins. You're going to start to heal from this situation because you're going to be given this opportunity. But you're going to go about it in a very detached manner in the future. I feel that you're going to just say very few words to try to keep out of these problems. Because you are going to be detached in this workplace, because you don't want to get into this mess again, or business, you're going to feel quite sad and isolated. So is it best really to cut your losses and move on from this, because you are better than this job? Is you know, this job that you've got here, you are a lot better than this. You're more intelligent than this. You're head and shoulders above this, and there's people who resent you for that. Okay, and this is there's a sense of, you know, having to be detached and isolated, and you know, people not talking to you because they've had to go through all these problems. So you may actually cut your losses and move to something else. So I'm leaving it there, guys. So that's your reading. Okay, a little bit complicated, to say the least, but I kind of reading this blue, what I got here from Spirit, and it's saying that you're too good for that place. You're committed when nobody else is committed, and you can't give what you can authentically because people resent you for that. So, you know, and you stand apart from anyone else, so it's difficult. And it's unfair. So although these bosses and these work people are going to say, hey, you know, we're here, if you need us, come and talk to us, it doesn't change the fact that, you know, on the floor or wherever you're working, these people are still not going to make you feel, you know, as if you belong. So yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Okay, so thank you everyone, and that's your reading, Leo. It's all about work and your career in October, okay, and keeping the balance there, and your love life. It's okay, but because of your work being very stressful, it's bleeding into your love life, okay. And thank you everyone, and bye for now. Bye-bye. Oops. Bye.